All right, so I decided to use my TV to create a product video that looks like this. Okay, so the product video that I'm working on today is Pringles. And like I said earlier, I decided to use my TV because I wanted to give an example. If you don't have backdrops, you can use your TV to do something with just creating backdrops in Photoshop. Right now, we have very similar setup to most of my product videos. Is I have the Lantern 300D aperture light up here, and then I have another 300D with a softbox pointing at the angle. I have these higher than what I normally have them at because we want to be careful with the glare on the TV screen. And then I just have a simple slider coming in right there. And then we have a Lazy Susan. And then we converted an old utensil thing with a stick that hot glue gunned it and drilled a hole through the bottom of all these right here so that we're gonna have this rotate as we do each background. And it's gonna be kind of a cool effect. So this is our next setup, and what we are doing here, it's a little bit different than our previous setup. We're still using the TV as the background, and we have it on red. And then I'm using this tablecloth that we have, this very cheap, crappy tablecloth, and we've stretched it out over the top. And what we've done actually is we've taken this can, deconstructed it, drilled a hole in it, because what I built is this right here. And for the shot, the whole idea is for it to pop up and do kind of an explosion, or actually all come down together in a stack. And so we used hot glue and straws cut up, and then we have this connected, and then just imagine a stick on the bottom, and Kendall will be down below popping it up and down as we slide back and forth. I've had a few people comment saying they don't like the dings in my videos. I have a lot of people tell me or ask me, they're like, well, these are really expensive lights. What kind of lights can I use? Honestly, you can use pretty much anything that's a film light. Godox are really good. They're way cheaper and really great quality. You just need to make the same kind of shot. All you need is the light and a diffusion for the top, and a light and a diffusion for the side, and that's it. And you can make diffusions from Home Depot, or you can buy the cheap ones on Amazon for $20. So there's no reason that you can't do this as well. The last thing that people always ask me is, why do I have this ND filter on the front of my camera when I'm shooting these inside? This is actually not an ND filter. This is a circular polarizer. And what it does is, as I'm twisting it, it helps with the highlight control and fall off. Okay, so for these next shots, what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to change up the angle of the rotation and get a few more unique shots with it. And so what we're doing is we're using a stick, a power drill, and then the can or the chips, as you'll see. And all we're gonna do is hold it at an angle and rotate. Okay, so now we decided to do a different flavor of the can and then try to do the same thing that we did with the Pringles. And realistically, this is what we created, but realistically, I don't know if any of this is gonna work in post. This is just an idea, and that's kind of one of those things that you wanna do, is just experiment with ideas. I mean, a lot of the times, about 95% of my shots actually fail, but you have to experiment and try new things to create awesome shots, so. The attempt that we did with the multiple different items for the different flavors, spinning on the stick, didn't work in post. I tried tons of different things. So we rethought out our plan, and I decided to shoot everything separately. And then we're just masking or key lighting out these different objects that we're putting, and they're just gonna do essentially the same thing, and it's gonna be a lot easier because we're just gonna shoot one at a time. Potatoes, horse potato. this is our final shot. We got it all set up. We kind of did decoration with the Pringles, and then we have them on different layers. The top Pringle can is gonna spin. We've added a backlight to give a little bit more emphasis. And then the only other light we added is so we have light coming this way now on a Godox. Same exact setup as the Aperture 300 coming from that angle, but now so we're not casting shadows, because the problem is these cans will cast shadows on this one if we only have one angle of light. So now we have 4 lights set up and the TV. The reason why I'm using my TV as a backdrop, there's multiple actual reasons for this, is if you don't have enough lights to evenly light a backdrop, or you don't have a quality backdrop, or you don't have multiple colors of a backdrop, then this would be a great option for you. Also, a lot of people are asking me why I don't use green screens a lot. And the truth is, I have a lot of motion in my videos, and with smaller objects, it tends to not chroma key out as well. So that is why I'm actually using live action backdrops, I guess you can say, similar to what they do in The Mandalorian for their TV show, which I'm not saying is what the level of my videos are at, but that is pretty much the reason why I am using the TV, because it gives you so many different options with colors. You don't have to worry about lighting it, and then also it gives you a backlight for free right onto your object, which is awesome. So all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Again, just be creative with the things that you have around you, and you can pretty much create a product video using anything in your house. So I hope you enjoyed. Please like, share, and subscribe. Peace.